Subscribe, not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.
What's going on, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Them, we are back. We really are back with another episode of Dust Up, Shakedown. Hey, people, to help me break it down, to help me mash it up, dilute it, sprinkle up on it, is my brother, CFC OG, also known, aka Nas. How you doing, my bro?
Yes, bro. Yeah, man, man's good. I'm happy with these results. Obviously, my lot came through, so I can't complain, man. Good week for me,
Good week for
football and
you, man.
fighting.
Yeah, good week for you, man. We definitely can't touch you on the football thing. You made your 40 points. You got to that. You brought the luck all the way from Morocco.
That's mad. You know that you said that. I'm going to this week's game as well, Saturday.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get another win before Lampard goes home. But yeah, man, all good.
You brought the luck all the way from Morocco. You brought it all the way down here. Now your team is flying with Lampard. We thought Lampard was going to be the first 007 manager in the Premier League. Everybody was hoping and praying for it. The memes were ready.
I saw them trending down Twitter.
They were ready, man. You know what I mean? But you had a good one. But bro, it's good to have you here. Like you said, you even had a very, very good result on your MMA picks this week, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's gone on through this week in the MMA world on the landscape. Big up the old boy Gunnar. Salute to you, you're real. Big up everybody that's watching live, everybody that's watching on playback. Please hit that like button, hit that share button, get us out there, show some love. You know what I mean? That's why we do this all the time, man. You know what I mean? And we're going to be bringing this episode every Wednesday. One of these Dust Up Shakedown videos every Wednesday for you guys, where we just talk about the landscape of what's been going on in the MMA world. Now, we had UFC 288 that's just gone past over the last few days. Now that the dust up has settled, you know what I mean?
Dust is settled.
What have you made of the whole card, the quality of the card in itself? Because sometimes people want to frown upon pay-per-view cards, and sometimes, you know what I mean, the card on paper might not be that, but the fights on the card actually delivered. But what have you made of the card overall in itself?
Yeah, honestly, I like the card because a lot of results that I wanted came true. And on top of that, before the last three fights, the main events, co-main and three, even before that, I mean, there was some interesting fights, some good back and forths. We got a few people getting bonuses. That cancellation fight, boy, what a good fight, man. Lopez showed a very good showing for himself on his debut. But yeah, honestly, I give that card for pay-per-view, I'll give it 7.5 out of 10 from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, I mean that card, I like it a lot because especially the main card. Like when you look at the main card in itself, which we did a watch along to as well. You know, I mean, go and check out some of the clips on there that's on the channel. When you look at the card itself, the card was nice. Even the prelims, some of the names on the prelim, the prelim was absolutely beautiful. You know what I mean? Top of the prelims, a fight like Frivola and Drew Dober. You know what I mean? It was
that's for me. I was waiting for that all night.
That fight for me, that fight should not be on the prelims, man. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. But that's the quality of the card. That's the quality of of the card in itself. The one thing I wanted to ask you, let's start with the main event.
Hey, Aljo. Let's go, Aljo.
Aljo Triple C.
Oh boy, it's double C now. That's what I was gonna be saying.
You man are killing it, man. Man say you double C, you know. Fucking hell. You lost one title fight and man are trying to take the C away from the man. No. I'm not gonna sit down here and let that happen, man. You know what I mean? My boy Triple C still remains Triple C in my eyes. You know what I mean? He didn't get the job done. What did you make of the whole fight itself?
It was actually a good fight. I got to rate Triple C for coming back after 3 year layoff, looking physically fine. I mean, mentally he's as strong as ever. He hasn't changed, and I always knew it'd be the case because his character hasn't changed the last couple of years. He's still the same old annoying, cringy Triple C guy.
Oh yeah.
So I knew mentally he hadn't changed, but the way he kept almost thinking of answers and assessing Sterling, and then coming out with his own plan of attack, and he honestly his IQ is one of the highest in the game, but just a little too short, man. And I mean that literally. If he was like 2-3 inches taller, 2-3 inches better reach, might have done better. But I felt like Aljo's height is what helped him, especially when it came to the kicking game. But Sterling, honestly, he's slowly becoming GOAT status, slyly, and the Triple C was one step away from that as well. If this guy won, you'd have been like, maybe he's the GOAT of this weight in the future. Then he kept seeing what, he was disappointed that he can't fight Volkanovski now. I'm like, no one wants to see that fight anyway, bro. There is no C4. Like, you were dreaming. They're not explosive like that. They're not Little Wayne. Can't do the C4. But yeah, man, it was jokes that he was really emotionally hurt in the press conference. He was like, I was really looking forward to fighting Volk. I was like, you're so deluded. I love it. Your ego. What did you think about our brother Sterling versus Henry, man?
Look, I love both of these guys. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows how much love I got for man like Sterling and Triple C. Like, I've been high on Sterling for a long time, and that's just because of the people he trains with. People like Matsera.
Those are my people, though. Those are my if I could join any gym in the world, those are because London is New York's like you're basically the American version of London. And I'm like, hey, yo, get me in the gym, man. Let's do some bang and smang,
Exactly.
I love that Italian-American, culturally mixed pot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And those guys, they're just their values, as fighters, as mixed martial artists. It's one of the reasons why I really, really fuck with those guys. And I've been for a very long time. And Aljo, him as a fighter, it's those guys that actually drew me to him rather than the other way around. You know what I mean? So that's how I started fucking with Aljo, because of Ray Longo and Matsera. And how how highly they spoke of him, how hard he worked in the gym, and those sort of stuff for many years. And now he's at the pinnacle of the game. And when you're talking about GOAT status, you just have to go and look at all the former champions on Aljo's resume. Go and look at all the former champions he's put away now. Yeah, the list is counting. We're talking TJ, we're talking Triple C now, we're talking Peter Yan now.
Yeah, you're right.
It's racking them up. And the more
he never went for none of the old guys. When people go, "Oh, I beat Uriah Faber and I beat Dominic Cruz, or I beat," it's like he went for the really old. He went for the people strict on the come up when we dropped that list.
Exactly that, and putting away somebody like Corey Sandhagen, and we know how hard it is to beat somebody like Corey Sandhagen. It's not easy guy to beat.
Sandhagen, that wins aging like fine wine. This bro's too good. He's too committed. I feel sorry for bantamweight. Let's see, man. I'm hoping he does the same thing. Sterling does the same thing against Sugar Sean, who came crashing into his bloody. I'm sure he wasn't like Ras catch what you I went full Jamaican on him, and I'm saying strangled him there. Remember, you come into my ring. Rip that thriller jacket.
Let me ask you real quick. Did you think Triple C was gonna hang the gloves at the end after the fight?
He took them off. He held them.
He was there hanging around.
Like, exactly.
Don't hang the gloves just because you lost blood.
I swear that he smelled money. He's like, wait, I still smell money. if I beat that little guy that just stole his jacket, Marab, I might still be able to fight the winner in Sugar Sean if he was. So he was calculative. I see. And now he wants Marab. Now he's called out Marab Dovashvili. He
bro.
obviously Henry's Triple C is like, and he watched the video again, and he got that thing, that ego thing. He's like, oh, I done much better than I thought I done. Oh, that was really close. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna fight Marab, then I'm gonna fight Sugar Sean winner.
When you lose a title fight on a split decision, and in your mind, at least one judge thought you won the fight. So, as a fighter, as a competitor that's putting everything into the fight, going into the fight,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that'll be ringing in his mind is, you know what? Maybe I didn't do as bad. One judge at least thought I won the fight. All right, I didn't win it according to the other judges, but at least one judge thought I won it. Maybe if I go, look, it could get, and I was looking at Dana's face while Sean O'Malley stepped in, and you know, he was doing that talk there with Aljo and all that talk there. I was looking at Dana. That was the man I was calculating.
Slim Dana, bro.
I was calculating the look on my man's face. He was loving every fucking second of it. And I thought to myself, your main and your co-main are literally in that fucking octagon. Triple C, Merab, O'Malley, Aljo.
Big night. That'll be a big night of just,
you know what I mean?
Boston.
That's a main and co-main right there. You know what I mean? You got a number one contender and a former champion as a co-main, and you got O'Malley and the reigning champ to duke it out for the title. That's that card done. All they have to do is sprinkle a little bit more of like 10 little fights on there and make a nice card out of it. You know what I mean? So, and I think that card, both of them didn't really take damage like that. I don't think. You know what I mean? So it's something I can see them coming back in 4 months. You know, Sean's been waiting all year.
I mean, Aljo didn't like that 4 months. He's like, 3.5 months, it might not be enough. I was like, come on, Aljo, man. You're not banged up. You're fine. You might as well.
He's not banged up or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Riley is always in shape anyways, you know?
Exactly.
And I know Triple C was talking about how hard it was for Aljo to make weight and all of that. I think he was trolling. I don't really think
he made it with 1 pound difference.
You know what I mean? I think Triple C was trolling, man. Like Aljo did that just to prove a point. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
What are you talking about?
I'm struggling. Like this fight might be close.
Yeah, I'll get down to 134. How about that? You know what I mean? So, you know, for me, we already got a setup for the next battle.
Yeah. So UFC Boston. UFC Boston, Aljo versus Sugar Sean, co-main Henry versus Merab Dovashvili.
Bro.
And then we just add one up and coming Brazilian style banging.
How about this solution? How about this solution right here?
Yeah.
Because Pena, Juliana Pena had just been injured and not come off that Amanda fight.
Yeah.
Right? Why don't we do a title fight with Sean O'Malley and Aljo, co-main Amanda versus Irene Aldana, and then co-main's co-main, the people's co-main can now be Merab.
Yeah.
And so
you want to do this in Canada, yeah?
Bro, I don't care where they take it. I'm watching.
I know. When is Canada card? Was that soon?
The Boston one was the one that I was kind of looking at.
That's August the 19th or something.
Yeah, that's kind of like the one.
Then, maybe they should. Honestly, that Canada card needs to be fixed. They need to do something.
Yeah,
it's terrible now.
I don't even mind if they take it over there. I don't care where they take it. But I think it's a viable. That would be a nice viable card. You know what I mean? Because they've not really done nothing with that Amanda Nunes sort of card.
She's fighting Aldana. Like that's lackluster.
Yeah, exactly that. They can't use that in itself as like a main event to build other card. They wouldn't sell for co. But if they put that as a co-main on another title fight, then everybody can eat. You know what I mean? And then put two big names like Merab and the former champion in Triple C and put it as the fight before the co-main, people are gonna lap that up. I don't care where they take it. You know what I mean? It don't matter to me. People will eat that. You know, I'll definitely eat that.
I'll second that as well, man.
I'll lap that up.
Let's see how the UFC acts.
Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Let's go to the next one. This one is another one that's close to both of us. You know what I mean? We really like both of these brothers in Belal. Remember the name Mohammed. Yeah, everybody remember this guy. He gets so much flack. He gets
I'm
so
Belal
much.
Muhammad, and I'm gonna become a champion, man. Dude, I'm becoming champion. Free Palestine champion.
Yeah,
I mean, bro.
Now, brother just come back from Ramadan and he put down a fight like that against somebody that is
clinic.
Someone that's in hot form in Gilbert Burns. Please tell me what you thought about that fight there.
First thing first, no one could believe that Gilbert Burns. They're like, oh, how many fights? I want one of my mates telling me, oh, he lost to Hamza like a year ago. I said, bro, he's already back to 3 wins in a row on the 4th. Like, MMA quickly, he's on fire. You know, that Hamza thing seems to have lit the fire up his bum, you know, and he just went through all these people. When he went through Neil Magny, finished him, and the way he beat Jorge easily, didn't even... Like, I was like, he literally didn't use no energy. He probably had harder sparring fights. So I was very, very, you know, how do I say, very wary for Belal, thinking he's walking into a lion that's killed and ready to kill again. But it seems that the real lion today, the young buck, only 2 years younger. Yeah, so, I mean, age is another thing. Gilbert Burns is at that last bit of his career. But I thought he definitely still has it. He's not, you know, over the hill. As I said, he's on fire. So I was expecting him to win. I was honestly expecting him to win. But you know me, I chose Belal. I always choose Belal. It's my bro. Like, literally, I wanted to see him one day, Charlotte become the champion. But honestly, I was so happy that he done what I call a kickboxing clinic, man. The way he schooled him was just switching the stances and the kicks. Oh, the kicks, man. I'm shocked one of those kicks didn't body him or put him down or make him think I should
bro. You could hear it and
it made me want to stop the fight, to be honest. I was kind of not enjoying it when I saw some of his kicks. It's almost like, you know, when someone's got a cut and you're poking with a stick. It's like that's just nasty. It just looks nasty. It's like you just break. He got broken arm. His arm must have been, I think all the joints here were just ripped and broke. And he was just like that, just one arm. All he had was a right hand. It was crazy. He literally threw it like in his right hand. And yeah, man. I mean, when do you think that injury started? That happened in the Belal Muhammad fight? Do you think it happened after the first takedown, like everyone keeps saying, from Michael Bisping to John Anik, or do you think it happened before that, like Josh Thompson thing?
I believe it's something is probably carrying from camp.
It just think so, yeah. It was minor in camp, and then became major in the fight.
Worse in there, yeah. I think it's something was probably carrying from camp. And he just got battered in there. Let's not forget. Look, I speak to a lot of fighters all the time. And the one consensus they all give is they never going to no fight 100%. They're always carrying something. It's whether they choose to tell anyone, which a lot of the time, or usually, they don't tell nobody. So you don't know what they're carrying. But one thing you will know is none of them goes into any fight 100%. You know, they're carrying some sort of minor injury, even major injury sometimes, but they just fight through it. Yeah.
Oh man, the world of a fighter is crazy, man.
It's mad. You know, all of them say the same thing. You know, from the lowest tier fighter all the way to the top of the top, they all say the same thing. And even if they find physically, mentally, they're carrying some kind of baggage going into that fight. So they're not even mentally, they're not even 100%. Let alone physically, you know, they never 100% going into any fight. So, but big up to Belal, big up to Burns. So, in your eyes, what's next for Burns? What's next for Belal?
Well, Burns is going to be out for a while, and when he does come back, I do think Dana's going to hook him up with a decent fight.
Yeah, you know, he's been a good company man. To be fair to him, he's repped the company. He stood up whenever they needed a fighter to fight somebody. So yeah, you're right.
They're going to give him a favorable matchup, man. Someone older as well. You know, and then if he doesn't retire after that, then they'll give him someone who's on the come up again. They almost try to force the retirement. I mean, the UFC, the love quickly goes to, not say hate, but it goes to, well, it's your time. Which I'm not impartial to that opinion because you, the UFC have a good track record of realizing when it's your time, and they kind of encourage you to retire without telling you directly. But at the same time, they let a lot of people fight to the end, and they want to stop that and reduce that. They have such a bad track record. We saw Herman recently and Ferguson. You do not want to let them fight till they're much older sometimes. But believe me, I think Burns is going to be one of the new ones where they kind of tend to retire kind of quickly. Maybe he'll go do some boxing or whatever afterwards. But I don't see Gilbert Burns lasting long no more. His title run's done. As for Bilal, winner, chicken dinner. That's it. He said it. He's getting a title shot. And he's waiting out no matter how long he has to wait out. He's waiting it out no matter how long. I
You
love
don't
that.
have to take another single fight.
I love that.
The winner already said it. The winner of these two will fight the winner between Kobe and Leon. That's it.
Which is being postponed.
Yeah. But Belal, what I'm saying is Belal don't have to fight no more. He just has to wait his turn. Just wait your turn. You're now the number one contender for the title after Kobe and Leon.
But how long do you think it will take? How long do you think it will take if they fight in October and it's a war?
I mean, look, to wait for a chance like that, because the reason why I'm saying this is because of how long it took Belal to even get into these kind of
10 fights.
You know what I mean? Like, to get into this kind of conversation, it's taking him so long, bro. Taking him so long to the point where Leon ain't even speaking on his name. You don't even want to talk to him because of that eye
poke.
Yeah, that Leon and Belal been talking about like, bro, all right, I might have been losing that fight there, but still, the fight was not done. You know what I mean? Like, me and you, we still got business. And Leon, I don't even know what you're talking about. Don't even want to acknowledge my man. and like Leroy just said, yeah, people are gonna have to start respecting Belal now. Belal needs that respect. Belal needs. He needs. For me, I think he needs the recognition. And I think he gets that a lot. You know what I mean?
They're gonna forget about him though. I swear down, because if Leon has a fight in October, by the time he comes round to 2024 and he's still waiting, I mean, he's been a year without fighting almost. People are just gonna forget about him. He might even take a fight in between, but he's not.
I don't think it'll be a year. Where are we now? We're in May. So if that fight happens sometime next January, February, I think that's a good time. That's a good time to prepare and and wait for that chance, wait for that fight.
2024 though, that seems about right.
Yeah, 2024. I'll say February next year, in and around that period. That's
for me. I feel bad for him. He'll be 35 by then. A year of almost 8 months without fighting. Hopefully, that helps him recover and train and improve. If he improves like he has been, and he goes for one final big improvement in terms of skill, dexterity, ring knowledge, what to do at the right time, if he could really hone that in, this could actually, we could actually see our first brother from the Middle East, Palestine. That'd be crazy, man. Oh my days, that would be crazy. I know London will go crazy.
That would be incredible, man. That would be absolutely incredible. I just think for someone like Belal, that's crawled and clawed and blood and sweat just to be in this conversation, because I know how long it took him. You know what I mean? He talks about it all the time. You don't hide about that fact. How long it took him, how he understands the art of or the train of thought of people, forgetting somebody for not being active.
Bro, it's literally in his name. Remember the name.
It's literally in his name. You know what I mean? Like,
not only that, he has that feeling that there's powers that don't want him to be here.
Yeah.
He's like, you think your struggle's hard. Like, you're still American. Like, you think your struggle's hard. You're from England. I know everyone has different racial, cultural background, but in his mind, he believes his one's hard. And a lot of people have to agree with him. I might need to agree with that. I mean, he has a very tough struggle. Like, the powers to be don't want him to succeed.
You only
know what I mean?
but I mean, politically, you only have to go and look at his background.
Exactly.
You know, is where he's come from. You know, humble beginnings. Where you know his whole life and their culture and his people that are behind him as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, man.
I mean,
My Habibis, bro, my brothers, man. Honestly, hopefully one day they'll do MMA there. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
going
man.
everywhere. It's going everywhere. He
I
made it
think
big there.
it's somebody that's definitely gonna make a lot of Palestinian people proud. You
And
know,
just the whole Arabian Peninsula
yeah, man. You
in
know what I mean?
general.
Make them proud.
I know he wants to fight in Dubai, but it ain't happening
I mean, look,
in Abu
who knows?
Dhabi.
Who knows? You know, he's got the connection. It's not like he don't have the right people around him to make that happen. You know, he's got the connection
Yeah,
there. Like,
maybe Kobe flips in the banana.
bro, his manager is Ali. Like, you know what I mean? That's his
Aye.
manager, man. Dominance
Like,
MMA. You know what I mean?
whenever you bring up, I've never seen that. Just remember Conor McGregor asking him, "Where were you on September the 11th?" I'm like, "Where were you?" Oh, he's a school, bro.
Connor's a strange man, blood. He's a
Oh,
very
that's
strange man.
That's
You
why
know
I
what I
can't
mean?
wait for Ultimate Fighter coming out in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be mad. Let's move gears a little bit, and this is one fight that none of us saw it happening. None of us saw it ending this way. And again, these
Oh,
fighters asked Dana at the press conference, if I win in a spectacular fashion, I want a shot at Zhang Wei Li. And this was Jessica Andrade, but it didn't go that way. Yan Xiaonan had that right hook waiting for Andrade, bruv. Just had it wait, it was just there. It was just there.
it reminded me of Uriah Faber stuff. Like literally, looked like overhand right.
Bro,
Just
what do you make of the fight? And by the way, we all picked Andrade in the preview. All of us went for Andrade. None of us saw
bro, no way,
even winning this way. You know, so
bro. I wanted Andrade to win. To be honest, I like her. She reminds me of one of my friends. She looks a bit like him. But yeah, man. She was just like a little. She came out too tanky. She looks slim, like to the degree where I was like, is she slimmer because of the weight cut, or did her body fit like change? I mean, I'm not gonna say she's old, but she's up there in terms of combat wars and years. But honestly, I was not expecting this, especially when she coming out like a little tank swinging. Yonan was on her tiptoes, backing away. But Andrade, man, she followed way too much. She came crashing in way too fast, and that overhand was a thing of beauty, man. Perfection.
There was a lot
didn't see it coming.
There was a lot of finishes on that card, man. Plenty of finishes. But before we get to another finish, the one that I went, bro, this one surprised me. This one caught me by surprise. Again, called on short notice, Diego Lopez versus Movsar Evloev. How, bro? What did you?
I can't believe this guy Lopez is
I rate Lopez, man. I rate him a lot, man. You know what I mean? I didn't know nothing about this shoot before, but he showed me a lot. He showed me plenty. What did Lopez show you, if anything at all? Tell me.
I'm shocked I didn't know about him, man. You know what I'm saying? He's very good. I think he had 1 loss or no losses even. Like, this guy's ridiculous. And he even has, like, the fire, the look, the energy feeling from him. Like, his style was crazy. What he done to Imavov, I did not expect anyone to be able to grapple him in the ground. I thought that's where he's on another level. But I know Imavov won, but it was very close.
Evloev. We're talking
Evloev, sorry. Yeah. I reckon he could have been a draw. You know, honestly, when I was thinking, who would pick Lopez to win? No one would pick this. And then I thought about Jordan. I think that's why he said Lopez.
No, only Will picked Lopez.
Will, it was Will.
Yeah, it was Will.
He's crazy, man. Honestly,
you and Jordan picked.
Right, he got unlucky, but he didn't have that one. He got 50K bonus, if I'm not correct, right? They both got 50K.
Yeah.
So
Evloev Lopez got fight of the night.
There you go. I mean, I'm not sure if someone picked that, but that makes me feel better I was like, you never got your win show money, even, and that's shit anyway. No offense, because he probably came on at 10, 12, 12, first debut, maybe 15 because he saved the day. But honestly, I'm happy he got 50K. I do also think that was his day. It was his day. It was his debut. It was the best fight he could do. If you fought him again, I think it'll be easier. But Lopez, this was his night. He came short. I think it was split decision or not.
Yeah, split decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that lock he had right at the end? Well, he had two back to back, really. But the last one was like a banana split. He tried to. Remember the way he pulled his hamstring all the way back?
Yeah.
And he was wincing. He took a deep breath. It's almost like he readjusted his fight, and then he started relaxing.
That reminded me of that Mokaev.
Everyone, but Mokaev one was worse. That one was worse. But this one was bad as well. And these guys are bigger, like 2 weight classes above.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, man. I want to see how these two digress in their careers.
Yeah, man. Them two, them two still young, 29, 28 years old, respectively.
Are they ranked in featherweight?
None of them still on the come up.
You know what I'm saying? That's division stacked as well.
Yeah, man. Very, very young guys still on the come up, and they're doing their thing. Let's go to the next one. Kron Gracie and Charles Jourdain. Charles Jourdain did exactly what I thought, he was gonna do. But Kron, how bad did Kron look, man?
Embarrassing.
Kron
1993 UFC style, butt scooching. Walking to someone and grabbing them like a hug.
Bruh, that reminds me, where your dog has got worms and shit.
I just butt scooch. I'm like, no, he's not doing this. Like, come on, man.
Wow, where your dog has got worms and that, you're fucking scratching the backside. Bro, that's what it look like. Like, get the fuck up, man. You know what I mean? Just get up. Take your leaks if you're gonna get leaked. You know what I mean? But fucking them things there, find another way to get a body clinch, to exercise your jiu-jitsu style that you wanted to do. But that butt scooting thing, I don't know. And even as a jiu-jitsu man, Leroy here is he thinks he had worms.
Honestly, Leroy. I put my money on this guy. I thought he was gonna win. I was like, this better be 3 years in the jungle training like a madman.
You were the only one.
3 years in the jungle training like a flipping dog.
You were the only one that picked him. You know what I mean? I thought, nah, man. Jordan is too smart. He's too.
Yeah, he's way too cerebral. His IQ high. He was focused as well. He was like, I'm not gonna try anything. I'm winning this fight.
There was one time he literally ran away from fucking Gracie. Like, no, fuck off. You know what I mean?
Get up. The referee's like, get up.
Yeah.
Honestly, embarrassing for the Gracie name. He needs to come back to one more fight and just swang and bang. No jiu-jitsu at all.
And here's Leroy. He says it hurts to badmouth a Gracie, but goddamn, it doesn't make it any easier on it. And this is somebody. Leroy is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, and is somebody that looks up to the Gracie family and what they brought to the MMA world. Yeah? But if someone like Kron goes out and puts out a performance like that, you can't. Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Full stop. And you can't come in and compete at a high level or on a UFC pay-per-view and perform like that. To me, it's just, I don't know. You didn't do a ton of media, and on top of that, you know what I mean? You didn't hype up the fight, and then when you turn up in the fight, you didn't even give us no. You didn't give us no fight.
Nothing, bro. He spent most of it just walking to him slowly and lying down,
bro. If you're a fighter, you gotta give me one or two things. If you're not gonna sell the fucking fight, you better give me a performance. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna run your mouth and sell the fight and talk trash and do fuck all in the fucking octagon, at least I know you did something. But you can't not do nothing. You don't do no media, and you don't give us no fight. Like, why are you even there, bro? Why did you even turn up?
because his dad said so. That's what it looked like. Looked like he didn't want to be there. Looked like his dad made him go there. Honestly, don't know. I don't know what he's doing as part of his career now.
Serious, man. Let's talking about a KO, a very, very sweet KO that none of us saw coming, because we thought the man with the best chin was gonna make it happen.
Well, I did I pick Drew Dober as well?
No, actually, you picked Frivola.
I don't think I've ever picked against anyone Longos.
But what I'm trying to say is nobody saw Drew Dober
I
getting knocked
thought he
out.
was gonna lose, and I just said his name because he's from Longo's camp. I can't say that's like my friends almost. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Even if he's gonna lose, I'll pick him. And I thought he was gonna lose. I was shocked. Like Drew Dober's he's on fire. This is and Nori knows his career. He's been fighting since back in the day. Back in the day with
I
Anthony
don't think he's
Smith,
ever been knocked out
Underground.
before. I don't think he's
Never.
ever
No,
been
this is the
knocked out.
first time. Everyone keeps saying. Keep going. Oh, let me check if he's been knocked out. That was the first one. He has so many fights. He had so many amateur fights. He had so many fights that weren't
Been
recorded.
in so many wars, bro.
So many. He's
wars.
at the top of his career. He's actually a bit old as well. It's not like he's super young. It just almost feel bad for him. Like, he's such a nice guy. And that's what Ray Longo said. Ray Longo, when he said someone Drew Dober get knocked out, he was like, I almost felt bad for the guy, Big up Jack Goat, man. Yeah, man. It made me a bit sad for Drew, but at the same time, go on, Steamroller, bro. You came from nowhere. He came from nowhere. What a finish. And now he called up Paddy Pimlet. No, I mean, like, Scousers don't get knocked out.
Yeah.
Well, I'll knock him out, he said. He don't care.
Yeah. I like that fight a lot. I like it a lot. I like it for Frivola. And
He doesn't.
Frivola is somebody that we are working on the channel to bring on. Big up to Jordan.
Nice. Let's do this,
man.
man.
Make that happen. Jordan's also reached out to another coach that I truly look up to, and that's Henry Hooft. That's also in the world.
If you could get Paul Henry Hooft.
Yeah, we're working to bring on Cameron Simon. We couldn't do it today because they had the airport run to do to pick up his mom. Big up to Cameron. We're going to be doing that tomorrow. So we've rescheduled that to tomorrow between me and Cameron. And he's going to be fighting Christian Rodriguez.
Jordan guy.
Yeah, man. That's a big fight for someone like Cameron, man. You know what I mean? Cameron is only 2-0 in the UFC. His total record 8-0. But he's 2-0.
Oh, I love this fight. You know that it's almost like Rojas Jr. again versus Gutierrez.
Exactly.
It's like another top prospect. Dana White's like, fuck it. This guy didn't work. Are you gonna work? Yeah. Let's see if the Dana White magic works.
Let's have a look what happens there. So it's a big one for my man Cameron. And we're gonna be talking.
What position of the card is it on?
Say that again.
What position is it on the main event? Is it on the main event portion?
It probably open the main card. Be the top of the prelims. Be like the prelims main event. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see how that one shakes out. And big up to my boy Black Panther. Is weighing in today. Black Panther is weighing in today. He's got a big fight tomorrow. I think this fight here, if he pulls off a win, especially a finish, which I trust, I will put my money on Black Panther to do. Is in within a shout for the 125 belt next at EFC, and nobody would have deserved it more than him. In the whole calendar year, he's also fought 3 times, so he's as busy as they come. He's as busy as they come. He even went up a weight class, beat somebody down there, and then it's come back down to 125. You know what I mean? Just do more work and get one step further towards the title. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be speaking to Black Panther as well. So keep an eye out for that one. We'll wait till the fight finishes. And it's promised us a big call out, a big shout out on the post-fight interview in the cage. So keep your eyes peeled up for that one there, man. You know what I mean? Big up Black Panther, my brother. Salute to you. Hope you're doing good. So on the next one, we got Kennedy Nzechukwu fighting Devin back. And what about that standing guillotine? You know what I mean?
I couldn't believe it.
He rocked Kennedy, He rocked him. I thought I was going to get him out of there.
I was like, go Devin, my guy.
Devin started unloading on Kennedy. Kennedy was there on the cage. He just covered up, just soaking it all in. And let my man bloody use up
Tire himself
all,
out.
just tire himself out, and they just turned it on him. But the thing that I
I,
wanted to ask you before all of that, how bad were them knees to the body, especially for a long man like Kennedy? You see them knees. He just grabbed my man on the clinch, held him there, and he was delivering some
those
knees.
tall, bony knees of
Not.
him. Honestly, bro, I was so sure that it was going to come my way. I was like, all right, Clark's going to about to end this, wrap this up quickly. But Kennedy, bro, he has some that Nigerian genetics you guys have, man. You guys can take a bang and swang and absorb it and then re-release it. It's mad.
Recycle that shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Recycle it, turn to a battery. Because honestly, I could see him becoming a top contender now. I didn't think he'll beat Devin Clark and not like that, you know. But props to him. You got it right again. You backed your guy. I love that. But who should he fight next?
Again, I look.
This division is a weird division.
For me, I don't know.
Had you fought E1 Kutilov already?
Yeah, you already dealt with it. Let me quickly check. Let me quickly check that division real quick. I'm going to look at the division really quick.
We got Anthony Smith fighting this week against Walker, Johnny Walker, tall man. He could fight the loser of that one.
I was thinking Anthony Smith, but
Anthony Smith will win this one, and then he'll be in close to title contention. I hope.
I mean, even someone like Volkan Ozdemir.
Oh, Ozdemir.
Yeah,
this guy should retire, man. He should retire.
Well, it's still a big name for up and comers to have on the TV.
Of course. But I'm saying personally, he's risking his life now. When you get to that age and that amount of punishment.
I wouldn't want him to see Khalil Jr. I wouldn't want him to see Khalil.
Roundtree. Which one are you going to get today?
I don't want him to see Khalil, but please stay away from Khalil Kennedy. Stay away from Khalil. But I think maybe a Dustin Jacoby.
Oh, he just lost his last fight though, Jacoby, didn't he? Or was it?
Yeah.
He lost it by a little bit.
Yeah, even a Dominic Reyes, you know what I mean? Dominic Reyes.
Dominic Reyes.
He ain't really done nothing in a minute. You know what I mean?
What happened to that guy?
You know, but he's still ranked number 12. You know, so some of these guys have got to start taking fights, man, and giving up their rankings, man. You know what I mean? Some of these men have got to start doing that. So I want to say Dominic Reyes. I want to say Volkan. One of those two names should do Kennedy nicely.
You sound like you're his agent or promoter. We know you're trying to get the quickest and easiest path to the top.
Yeah, man. You know, I want good things for Kennedy, man. You know what I mean? He's a humble brother. You know what I mean? It's all.
Yeah, I prefer Kennedy. I like Kennedy's a cool guy. Even his little background story. You know, the Usman's all right, but I don't really like Kamaru, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't. A lot of people like Kamaru. They can't stand easy.
No, I love his brother. His brother Muhammad's a real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Muhammad is a
Muhammad's a real. You watched the Ultimate Fighter, so I'm like, this man's real. How is he related to this little brother?
I mean, look, you should see Kamaru on the Ultimate Fighter. He didn't have this attitude. Now, I mean, when you get
that was when I came back into Ultimate Fighter during that Black Zillion season. That one there was a special one for me.
Yeah, man, that was the Bisping season as well. Still, that one that was mad. It was fucking crazy. Hey, there was one fighter that you picked, but all of us, the rest of us were buggered off away from her. Jandy Doba. How about that, bruv?
Oh, it came through, man.
Doba versus Marina Rodriguez, bruv.
When I saw Rodriguez didn't win, I was like, wait, what? Let me check this again. Look for the green circle. How did it end? I was like, what? These mans here were all so short. Rodriguez will win.
We thought so, but I mean, the grappling was just too much. Jandy Doba she just took my Rodriguez down whenever she felt like it. Whenever she felt like it, you know what I mean? You know what? I feel like taking you down a bush. I feel like taking you down a bush. You know what I mean? Literally, with no resistance. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Well,
good win for Jandy Doba. Yeah, I was fucking about last week, you know what I mean? When I was saying about the eye vision and thing, you know what I mean? But now said,
bruv,
you know what?
that
You
little
man are
afro of
mean,
hers,
you man are
the little
dread. You know
scary
what? I'm
look.
just gonna pick her. And I blame me for you picking her because
You made me feel bad for her. You made me feel bad. I was like, wait, what? Just because she looks like a nerd.
that's what I say. Like, I blame me for you picking her because you would have picked Rodriguez otherwise if we hadn't done that. One more fight to talk about, and then we'll get the hell out of here. And thank you so much for everybody that's been watching, everybody that stayed with us, and all of you that are watching on playback as well. Salute to all of you.
Everyone.
We have Ikram Aliskarov versus Phil Horse. Right, that's the last one I wanted to talk about here, bro. That knockout, it was a 1-2, boop. You know what I mean? Like Ikram went for a mad thing, slipped, like literally missed Phil Horse, and Phil Horse was doing brilliant the first couple minutes of the fight. You know, the kicks were landing, the touches were there. It was touching up Ikram.
Bro, he always looks like he could become the champion. You're like, oh, this guy looks good.
And then boom. What happened? What happened?
Honestly, I just think he doesn't have the chin. Doesn't have the chin. It's not the first time it's happened. But he also Askarov, he kind of lulled him into like a false sense of security. You know what I'm saying? Ikram always, I wouldn't say being the nail so much, but he was absorbing it in a way where he was never actually hurt. But honestly, Phil Halls, I don't think he believed any like fast retaliation will come back. He thought he could see everything. He's like, I could see every. I know that feeling when you think, oh, you can see all the punches from this person. But boy, he did not see that 1-2, and that was the end of him. Honestly, and I think his career as a top, trying to become a top 10 person, top 5 one day. I think that's done. He'll be in the fringes on this. Was it lightweight?
Yeah, man.
Middleweight. Sorry, middleweight. Middleweight. Yeah.
And we did say how much work Roman Dolidze put on Phil Horst the last time coming into this fight.
Yeah.
So I had a feeling that the remnant of that Dolidze fight still hasn't worn out on Phil Horst yet. You know what I mean? And that's why I thought Ikram was gonna do a
He
number.
needs a year break or two, maybe.
Yeah. And that's absolutely what happened. But look, it was a big card. And before we go, we got Nate and Logan Paul.
Boy, that press conference was stupid.
That press conference was ridiculous, bro. But on the fight itself,
Oh,
did you even see Nate remotely having any chance? Having seen Logan now with a real boxer in Tommy Fury and how he handled himself, what percentage do you give Nate of getting past Logan Paul?
I believe it's an 8-round fight, not a 10-round or 12-round. So I'll give him, because of that, I'll give him 40% chance of winning. If it was 10, 12 rounds, I'll give him more. I know he's going to go train with Andre Ward's and the trainers and level up his boxing, but he's there to be hit quite a bit. He might get knocked down early on. He might, honestly, I don't. It's very hard for Nate Diaz to win it with a war of attrition if it's only 8 rounds. If it's 12 rounds, that's different. Then I'll be like, yeah, like he has 12 rounds, he can weigh him down, 10, 11, catch him. But yeah, hopefully Nate lasts long, 4 rounds, 5 rounds. That way we could see him do something in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and then he'll be like, maybe it's close, whatnot. But yeah, man, I don't see Nate Diaz winning. I don't see it, man. Smaller, older, doing it less.
Me neither, man. I love Nate a lot. Nate's my guy, you know what I mean? I literally got his picture right up there.
Oh, hey,
Nate's my boy, man. I really don't see him I don't see him picking up the victory here. I just think Logan Paul will be too much for him. And it's crazy now, even though I've been saying it for a while, but now it's crazy how people aren't just saying it's a foregone conclusion that Jake Paul is going to lose a fight. Any fight. They're not even saying that no more. Before, oh, this YouTube guy, this guy from Disney. He ain't that no more. You know what I mean?
No, they've got respect in
People
his
are
name.
looking at him differently now. You know what I'm saying?
No, but there's two camps. There's camps that are like, all right, we're finally jumping and saying he's going to win a fight. But there's also other people saying, why is he fighting an old, skinny UFC fighter again? He's going back to what he knows works. And, I mean, he has the pressure's on him to win it, right? The pressure's on him. Pressure's not on Nate. Nate's like, well, I'm meant to lose anyway. You're the golden boy. Like, let's see what happens, motherfucker. Not surprised. Let's see if that moment happens again. I would love it. I would love it.
If that moment happens, I'm gonna lose my fuck, bro. I'm gonna
put out my phone,
shamelessly.
my phone ringtone and everything. Like,
I'm gonna celebrate shamelessly, man. If that happens, I don't see it, but deep down,
do a little tour around. Might have to take a plane, flight to Cali.
Yeah, man. I love Nate, man, and I
hope he wins. I hope he wins.
I always want to see him do well, but this one here might just be a step too far for him. But only time will tell. We will see. People, we've come to the end of the show, and I can't do this show without my brother Naz. Always there, always saying, "Yeah, I pull up no matter what. Let's do this." So salute you, Naz. Big love as always. Me, Naz, and the whole crew, we're going to be back on Friday, giving you our picks, owning our previous picks, and you probably give you a chance to hear William gloat about how he lost this week. Yeah. He lost this week. I'm going to drop the points in the group chat in a minute.
Good. You took your time.
For the last couple of weeks, we'll be having to listen to that fucker talking about how he won and that. Right? This week, he did the worst out of everyone. He got 4 points.
Wow, that's terrible.
Jordan's back on level pegging with him, man. So it's going to be an interesting one.
Let's see how this goes.
It's going to be an interesting one. So, people, we're going to be back on Friday night, 9 or 10 p.m., depending on William. But we're going to be there Friday night, bringing you guys our predictions.
Always.
And how we see the fight turning out, picking up our bonuses, our fight of the night and performance of the night bonuses as well. So thank you to everybody that's been with us up until now. Salute to all of you. Please show some love. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. Please get us there. We're trying to get to that before the next quarter. So yeah, man, we can only do that with your support. So big up everybody, and up onto the next video, people. We're out. Salute.
Big up.
Yeah, man.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week show.